Hello everybody and welcome to another stream. Today we are going to be continuing with our Guardians of Ember playthrough, which let's just do that there, which is a MMORPG in the flavor of Diablo, Path of Exiles type thing, but it is completely free to play. So you can go and download it now and jump into the beta. Now we are currently playing on the European server. There we go. We are currently playing on the European server, and we've been having a lot of fun with this. Now I'm not sure if Guy, Magai, and Foible are going to be joining me. I am streaming a little bit later today. So this will be an hour late of normally I on a Saturday I normally stream at 1 p.m. Bangkok time, which is kind of early. So it's 6 a.m. UTC. But of course, you know, today there was a Scuba Expo, which my wife dragged me off to. Actually, I also wanted to go as well. And we ended up running quite a bit longer over there. The shopping was real. I got myself a whole lot of stuff. I got myself some fins, some boots, a wetsuit, a mask. What else did I get? Oh, then we had to get all that stuff for my wife as well. And not sure what else. What else did I get? Yeah, that's pretty much covers it. But wow, you know, trying on the wetsuit in a expo and is cooking. Oh, not fun. I can tell you that right now. Not fun at all. Anyway, I got all that stuff sorted, and so now I am back. We also ran late over there. I was getting messages from the cats because their dinner was late as well. They were 2 hours late for dinner. They were very, very unhappy about that. So let's continue where we left off last week. We had got to the slums. I think we had just finished the one slums mission. The one big slums dungeon. Yeah, there we go. Alright, so this is our... We have got a... Oh shit, that's right. We have got a... what's he called? A Dark Knight. And we've got him all on leech and stuff like that. Now, let's see. Is anybody else... Oh gosh, we've got a whole bunch of inventory. Well, let's see if we've got anything to improve this guy. Just make sure that we've got any stuff to improve his. Okay, that's 114. Let's see, 48. Ooh. Okay, that's an improvement. Block power. Yeah, that's an improvement, right? So we'll go on to that one. That was heavy, yeah. So what we're gonna say, yeah. So first of all, disassemble equipment. Hey, Hot Ice. How are you doing? Yeah, I just got back from shopping, Hot Ice. Just got back. It was so much shopping. So much shopping. Some would say it was too much shopping. Those people I would agree with. But we had to do a whole lot of shopping to get ready for... We're going to Okinawa in about 2 weeks' time. We're going on a dive to Okinawa. And I had to get a whole lot of stuff for that. Yeah, let's do that. I'm not about to go out shopping soon. Making homemade burgers. Ooh. Burgerlicious. Actually, homemade burgers, if you do it right, are the best. You know, you can... Yeah, homemade burgers rock. Not gonna lie. Oh, I'm not gonna use a shield. Alright, so let's put... Okay, so yeah, get rid of all those guys. Protect sophisticated. Let's see now. What's that? That's level 16. What level are we? Level 16. Okay. Level 16. Yeah, you see, one-handed. Actually, that's not bad, one-handed. Interesting. Maybe I'll put that over there. Any hand. Oh, why can't I equip these? Oh wait, whoops. We can do that one. Yeah, we can get rid of this one, we're not going to use that one. Get rid of that one, we're not going to use that. Get rid of those guys. That one we can get rid of. So I'm just trying to get rid of all the things I don't need. Alright, there we go. Okay, oh, and that one we can get rid of. Okay, now, let's see. Why can't I put that in there? Ah, there we go. Unusable equipment. Why is this unusable? Oh, I have to have a... No. Huh. Dash critical, crossbow mastery, and stun resistance, critical hit. We'll do that like that. Let's have a look. There we go. There we go. Get him down there. Okay. Now, is anybody... Oh. Boy was level 16. He's not online. And Gamagai is not online. Okay, so we're going to have to continue this on our own at the moment. Alright, so let's see what we've got. Where we at the slums area. Now if we look over here, can we teleport all the way back down there? I think we can. How do we teleport again? Now there. That will take me all the way home. Yeah, so let's do that. There we go. Alright, so there's a guy up there. I keep trying to move the map around. I'm used to kind of being able to, you know, twirl the map around, but it's not one of those games where you can do that. Explore and mining for beginners. Oh, okay. Mining compass. Ooh. Have you already equipped your mining compass? Oh, you didn't have a mining compass. That's why we couldn't do any mining. So if we look over here, there we go. Got a mining compass. Yeah, so myself and Mrs. Tarang got a lot of Did a lot of shopping and stuff like that. Getting, you know, all the wetsuit stuff and diving equipment and things like that. Tons of the stuff. Alright, so let's have a look. Where are we going? Oh, all the way up there. Right, so let's go turn this other one in. Meet Monica Waveland in Ravenspire. From New Bazaar Slums. Huh. Better go back to the slums. That's what it's saying. Oh wait, here's somebody here. Yeah. What's next? Ah, complete quest. Learn about extracting runes, enhancements, modify enhancements. Oh, so this is all the crafting stuff. Okay. Alright, so yeah, at level 15 your crafting begins. Alright, so let's grab all these quests. Alright, so learn about upgrades. So this is where we can start upgrading our weapons and stuff like that. Okay. These were pontoon. Misty torch. The lever rose, sky coats. Oh, but let's extracting runes. So to use rune extraction, create a rune stone from equipment with the help of a melting stone. Maybe under here. Press the flames. There's a skills quest. What are skills? Have we got any skill points? No, we don't have any skill points. That's on the side over there. In my second class, have we got it? No. Okay. Passive skills are set. Alright, so let's have a look and see if there's anything with crafting. Crafting P. Okay. Potions and oils. Okay. Extract rune. Alright, first of all, let's go into see what this thing is. Some quest that's over there. Let's go back there. Have a look. See what that's beeping for. Have a look at what the beeping is all about. So what have you guys been doing this fine day? I don't know where this thing is. I'm not seeing anything yet. I'm honestly not seeing anything over here. Okay. Complete first excavation. Right, so equip your divine device. Once you find a resource, T2. Whoa! What? Oh. Okay, that was an interesting way of mining. I don't know what I was... Oh, there. Oh, it says that way. Okay, okay. Oh, that's what it is. So you put it down, and it's saying go that way. See, it's pointing that way. That way. Oh, okay, over here. Right, so T. Oh! How did you go get some more mining golems? Okay, okay. That's actually a really interesting way of doing it. That's actually a very interesting way of the way they're doing the mining. Now I've got some. Ah, you did, nice. Nice. They just about to release the rating. Yeah. Well, if you've enjoyed Division 1, Division 2 is the same game but with all the changes. For the better. We'd like to show more things. Okay, so let's take. Oh, what's the sophisticated dissolving stone? Oh, okay. Well, so we've got 2 of those. So we're just gonna be trying mining over here. This is my house, by the way. Well, so let's exit the housing area. Well, the problem is I can't. The issue is if I come help you with Division, I don't have to fix up the scaling yet. You know, because I definitely can help you, but I don't have to fix up the scaling of the stuff yet. I've got a mining golem. What the hell? Yeah. Basic mining golem. Oh, there, it tells you in the bottom right here as well. What's going on? But what the hell, dude? I've got this.
It's peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time, peanut butter jelly time. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Now there you go, there you go.
Thanks, Swedish. Okay, so you've got to equip it first. Ah, so. Alright, so I actually had to put a mining golem in there. I had to equip it first. Right, now. If I place the mining golem down here. Now I've got to protect it. Alright. Come on, die. There's my mine. Okay, the mining golem is still good. So we gotta get these guys. %. 34%. Oh, for fuck's sake! What happened there? Holy crap, that's actually... That's an interesting idea. Alright, so this is my take on this whole thing. This whole mining thing. It's an interesting idea, but it falls over in execution. I mean, if you don't know how much... You don't know how much a thing is mined, or stuff like that. So that kind of... Yeah, that makes it a little bit, you know, because obviously I want to put it up before it's done. Alright, so let's try this again. Resources detected in this region. Alright, so if I put this down now... You see, I mean, unless I target it, I don't know where... See, again... What do you mean it was destroyed? Oh, come on! That is bullshit! Yeah, that system stinks, sorry. That system absolutely stinks. It's a nice idea, but it's badly executed. Really badly executed. Hey, Gamma Guy! I was just trying the mining thing. The mining thing actually reminds me of, what's it called? Was it Firefall? Was the game Firefall where you did the thumpers? Ooh. Extract runes. Ooh, look at this. Put a molting stone in this. Place your equipment from which you want to extract the rune. Come on. Now, so let's extract the rune from this. Molting stone. Runestone preview. Start. Switch to the leader's channel. Fine. I'll switch to your channel. Do your plant quest. Okay. Yeah, I just got this. I'm just trying to figure out this crafting. After we did that, modify. Place equipment you want to modify over there. come on. Oh, there you go. Stun resistance, crossbow mastery. Select the... Wait, what does it say? Select the... Dodge chance. Oh, does it randomly give it? Okay. Upgrade. Activate enhancement, but disassembling equipment. Okay, so take that. Enchanted. I'm gonna take that. Add enhancement material. Ah. Enhancement, that is enhancement. Oh, that's a rune. Okay. So, I mean, okay, these are a lot of other stuff. Oh, guy, I'm in Discord. So what you talking? Okay, so where you been? Talk to the lady right next to this one. Oh no, I haven't. That's if this one, yeah. Oh, buy gardening items. Okay, obtain raven hazelnut seed. Okay, raven hazelnut. Romantic flower pot. Oh, those are all seeds. Okay. Oh, that's pot. Romantic flower. That's annoying. Yeah, the stuff definitely does need a little bit of a UI upgrade. Because that's kind of annoying when you looking at this. Spring oil. Spring water and soil. Spring water and soil. Yeah, it's like you can't see it. Go to Aralone in the New Caden Bazaar district. Oh. Run your first quest. Oh. Time to harvest. Where are we going to harvest? That actually makes no sense. Oh, you just got level 50 now. Nice. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Keep basic. No mine resource in this area. Alright, so where are you, Mr. Guy? Oh, there you are. Alright, so you're still busy with the slums? Okay, well, let's go help you finish the slums out. Good work there, somebody. Oh, I got him there. Alright, let's see. What are we going to do with this guy? Hey, hello. So, what did you take for your second class? Oh, where did you teleport? Look at you teleporting around. Yeah, I don't know where my property mats are. Oh, come close. There we go. Alright. Now, my little house that I've got is a very special little house. What have I got over there? Got that, got that. I can actually... Primary health. Let's see. Me take all this stuff. Dump this stuff there because I don't know what it is. The magic flower pot. That's going to be done. Oh, so let's have a look, see. Open house inventory. Oh, can we put this over there? Ah, we can. Okay. Oh, so... Oh, item is still in use. What? Oh, okay. How did we put this down again? Oh, there. Yeah, right click on it. Okay. So actually, we can probably put this outside over there. Turn it around a bit. There we go. Okay. Now, plant seed. Oh, add water. Ah, crap. Soil. Spring water. There we go. Use. Oh, there we go. Oh, so it's growing. Bring what I use. There we go, 96%. Very happy. Harvest possible in 24 hours. Hey, Majidov. Alright, so I'm growing stuff. Gotta leave it for 24 hours. Alright, so... Oh, alright. Yeah, I've done it. I've got enough. Yeah, so it's over there. Yeah, so I'm kind of... Yeah. So I'll have to check with it later. But anyway, wait, no. What? It's all in the blue. Let me have a look. I did turn the background music. Environmental sound. Can actually... No, that's master volume. Where's... I'm not seeing anything for the sound, for the actual music. Very weird. Yeah, so if you look over here, you want to keep it in the blue zone, I believe. The blue zone is your optimum. Current fertilizer 90%, optimum 90%. Current hydration 70-70. Well, come back later and we'll have a look at how that looks. Oh, my otter's finished. I've got no otter. Ah, really? Almost like real gardening. Oh, I know some people that would absolutely love that. They would just spend their whole life gardening. I'm not one of those people. Oh, so that's... Hello! I'm right here. I'm right next to you. Alright. So we need to take you through the slums. I'm gonna slum it with Girly McGill. What time is it? It's slumming time. Alright, let me just get rid of some of this. Well, it's so All grey items. There we go. Repair all. There we go. Okay, yep. Yeah, give me a sec. I just want to put some of my crafting stuff in there. I'd like to sort some of the things. Right, so that's crafting. That's crafting. That's crafting. Actually put that there as well. Don't know about this other stuff. Oh, that's crafting. Okay. Hey, it hasn't grown at all. 0 growth. Alright, now I have finished the slums, but I am going to help Guy Mackay do his slums. So that we can do more adventures together. So you down at the slums, are you? Oh wait, there you are. Alright, now I played this last week. I haven't played it during the week, so just need to remind myself again how it all works. Oh, do you have your mining compass? Look at this. Yeah, it tells me where to go. Like over here's a... Yeah. Yeah, so if you press R, if you highlight your there must be an elemental nearby. Ah, okay, so now you've got to protect it. So I don't know. It's actually... Oh, you collected it. Okay. But yeah, it's kind of, you've got to collect the stuff and protect it from the monsters and then collect it. It's but it doesn't actually tell you how, without highlighting your thing, you don't know. Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice idea. And it's like a fire in... I think it was Firefall that had the thumpers. Is Firefall? Let's have a look quickly. Yeah, Firefall. It was Firefall. It's almost exactly the same idea as Firefall. Where basically with Firefall, what you would do is you would call a mining drone that would thump the ground, and while it was thumping, you would get oh, delicious dessert. Yeah, so I don't automatically pick up stuff anymore. What class are you playing again? Alright, yeah, my priest is my secondary. Yeah, I've got that as well. Yeah, that's the new one. That looks like a... So you took Priest and then Dark Knight as your secondary. Yeah, I'm Dark Knight with Priest as my secondary. There we go. All the combo kills. Let's have a look. Just look at all the splattered blood. And that's from our little priest healing in the slums. See, I've got a lot of leeching in my skills. Have you been to those dungeons? Oh yeah, you might as well talk in game. Now, Guy does not have a mic because he's mean. He doesn't want to talk to me. Oh, I actually ran into my diving crew today. The ones that I did the lessons with and stuff like that. And they're all having a good laugh at the moustache. Mysterious silent protagonist. Nice. Hey. Hello. Oh yeah. I'm just breaking everything. I've got a penchant for okay, why are you doing that? I think it does seem to be a little bit laggy today with the abilities. I don't know how it's running for you. But again, a lot of this could be due to the fact that I am playing with a 200 to 300 ping. Or maybe I'm just not used to it. You got some dumb laggy things too. Alright. Yeah, I think the servers are being pushed. Last time I was there was actually a queue to get into the server. Okay, yeah, so I think it might be the servers being overloaded, but there is only one European server at the moment. I was just taking a guess about that. Oh, this guy. Oh, he didn't really have much of a chance to do anything, did he? We beat him up really fast. Yeah, see, those we wiped them off and they stayed around for a little bit longer than they should have. Yeah, and there was no lag. That hit the guy solidly. So it's kind of weird the way, it's inconsistent the way it's working. Now it is currently in beta before open release. So might be stuff that they're working on. I haven't been checking any of the dev posts about it. Yeah. One of the things that they did say, however, is you are keeping your character level. So your character level is not getting wiped when they go to live. So it's kind of, it's almost like a soft release, this. Yeah, which is kind of the latest fad. And is that because of the lagginess, or why would you say that? Play Baldur's Gate 2. Was it Baldur's Gate that was... I remember playing a Baldur's Gate on the PlayStation that, you know, was kind of the action one. You had a couple of characters on that one. Yeah, this one, I mean, it's kind of got, this one is a weird thing. It's an ARPG, but it's got a lot of MMO like character building. You know, so it's a weird mix. I mean, the way you can change your character in this is, you know, your character abilities and that, I mean, is really good. There's a lot of yeah, well, that's the last time I played the Baldur's Gate. And quite honestly, I like that one. I like the PlayStation one. I enjoyed it at the time. It's, yeah, you had like 3 or 4 different, no, you had about 4 or 5 different characters. PlayStation 1 tablet. Yeah, it was just like an ARPG. That's what it was. You know, it's no internet connectivity or anything like that. It was just it was just, you know, running up on the things and button spamming and stuff like that. Public mission 3. Yeah, and that's kind of the Baldur's Gate that I know, because I never played the other ones. So when people mention Baldur's Gate, that's where my mind goes to. No, it's the same as, you know, it's like, yes, I know there's the Neverwinter RPG, but when people mention Neverwinter, when people mention Neverwinter, my mind goes to Cryptic's Neverwinter. Then again, I remember Might and Magic, where you did a lot of dungeon crawling and stuff like that. You know, with you walk forward a square and all that sort of stuff. So it's, you got to remember, at a certain time, I was completely out of PC gaming because I was moving around too much. So things like KOTOR and EverQuest and things like that, I was in PC gaming at the time. Even didn't play a lot of the Final Fantasy. I played one on the PlayStation. I don't know. I don't even know which one it was. I remember it was the one with the football. But other than that, never played a lot of it. Oh yeah, there's somebody in here, but I think it's from a later quest. Oh, he's not in here for me. I'll move all the way down to the bottom. And then you can move across. Yeah, there's a lot of glitchy spots. Look at you skipping along. You're a little person. Oh, you just talked through the wall. Yeah, you see, I can't see any of that stuff. Look at me special on the barrels. Don't know where to go. What is it? What's your quest? Yeah, look at you guys running around and skipping. Look at that, stuck. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of room for improvement. Can't deny that. Yeah, a lot of environment things. So I really hope they do fix that stuff up. They don't just leave it broken when they release it. I need enemy spawns. Yeah, very similar type games. I haven't spent a lot of time in. Well, I haven't played Diablo 3, and Path of Exile I haven't really spent a lot of time in it. I mean, the thing about this is, it is, you know, it costs you nothing to download it and try it out and see if you like this game. That's kind of the key is. Yep. I mean that's kind of the key. It's zero cost to download it and try it. If it doesn't suit your taste, no problem. You didn't, you know, you spent nothing on it. And Path of Exiles is probably the same way. But games like these, they definitely need constant updating. You know, to keep them sort of interesting. One of the key things as well is persistence, which these ones don't usually have. Now I'm not sure if they've got it in this game. I mean, it should, if it's an MMO, it should have some sort of persistence. So I love how people. It's like, you know, well, how can you be a FPS player if you've never played the first Doom? Not an FPS player. You haven't played the first Doom. You don't know anything about FPS. Have you played a Hexen? Hexen, well, there was a whole bunch of them at the time. Hexen 2, okay, you know what a Hexen is. I'll give you that, you know what a Hexen is. A lot of people don't know. I loved Hexen. I thought Hexen was great. It was kind of the first. Well, it was one of the first. No, it was one of the first that tried to do a magical melee type FPS. Oh yeah, I mean, some of the old games are incredible. You know, it's but I mean, do you remember all the Sierra things like King's Quest and Space Quest and Legendary and all those games? Those offered so many hours of gameplay. And it was like, it wasn't, you know, it wasn't sort of action gameplay. No. We can't get to him yet. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, now have you played it again recently? Have you actually gone back and played it again? Because this is one of the things that I think you have, okay, but then if it still does it for you, then that's great. Because one of the things that I mean, I know Classic WoW is releasing, and a lot of people are like, oh, it's Classic WoW, I'm so excited, I'm going to play again. And a lot of them are thinking that the game will, you know, are thinking it's great for the game from a nostalgic value, because they remember it as a completely different game. You know, and I mean, there's nothing that will actually replace, out of a lot of good times in WoW, there's nothing that will really come close to replacing it. But will I go back and play it? No, because if I go back and play classic WoW, it will pretty much destroy all my memories of it. Divinity Original can't be better for two reasons. Yeah, I'm busy playing, I played DOS 2. I played DOS 2 and now I'm playing DOS 1. So, oh god. Alright. Guy, press tab and look how long this dungeon is. Now, you probably see, yeah, this is a really, really long one. Oh, we should be able to fly through it. Oh, yeah, I mean, you've got to understand, the gaming market has really changed. I mean, a lot, and it's not always for the. I mean, it's not always for the better. You know, with publishers like EA and stuff like that, it's about the bottom line more than the actual game itself. They really don't get, and the games as a service is another thing. You know, release crap and then, if you sell enough, patch it later. Oh, which reminds me of a post. So there was a game on Steam, which I kind of liked. I thought it was a good start on early access, called Rock, which was a Mars survival game. And I thought, hey, you know, this is a good start. And I mean, I'd even spoken to the devs and stuff like that. They, you know, popped into my stream and stuff like that while I was streaming it. And it was like a really good start of the game. And it's like, yeah, there were bugs and that. There was early access, blah, blah, blah. Oh, crap. Jesus. What the hell? And yeah, anyway, so, and then the thing didn't get any updates for a while, and people started getting a little bit upset. And then the dev popped in and said, hey, you know, we spent this much money on the game, we didn't make it back in early access, so we're not really going to develop it anymore. And it's like, and now on Reddit, I saw them asking for testers for their next game, Project C, at Darewise Development. And it's like, are you kidding me? Like, these guys totally misused and abused early access. And now they, you know, they're trying to drum support for their new game. I'm always quick to remind everybody about their earlier trials, because I don't think that type of, I mean, early access is not for making a profit. Early access it's really about beta tuning your game. you know, you've made a commitment to release your game and finish it, and you're putting on an early access to get a lot more feedback, and kind of, you know, and really beta test it. That's early access. Early access is not meant to pay for your development and decide whether you're going to do the game or not. I played chess when I was a kid. I haven't played chess in ages. Chess is a game where your pawn jumps the queen, then the rook jumps the queen, then the knight jumps the queen, then everybody jumps the queen. It's good to be the king. Oh wait, I'm thinking of History of the World Chess. Oh god, you remember? Speaking of games like Pac-Man on arcade games and stuff like that, Bubble Bobble. Love that game. Bubble Bobble. Oh my god, that was such an awesome game. Who remembers Bubble Bobble? Yeah. And then there was, and then, you know, then you had the bullet hell things, like in 1942, and what was the one? Zaxxon or... You know, there were a few bullet hell games where it's I mean, you used to be, you know, when you used to play those arcade games and there were like 3,000 bullets on the screen at the same time and you had to dodge all that shit. And Double Dragon. Oh god, remember Double Dragon? Yeah, the bullet hell games were great. I mean, it's a... I mean, I couldn't play those games today. I just don't. I don't think I've got the, I don't have the, not skill, I don't have that sort of... I mean, holy crap, used to go into such serious focus mode when playing those games. And of course, I mean... Oh, you found the button. Where was the button? I never found the button in there. I just ran through it. Yeah, well, I mean, okay, so I've played like Sekiro, and I've never finished, you know, Sekiro, and then you got the, what were the other games that they made? The Dark Souls? The Dark Souls games? And I've got 1, 2, and 3. I've never finished any of them. Right, I lose patience with them. I get too frustrated. But I'm not calling for those games to get, you know, to get easy mode to it. The same thing like, But yet there's some people that are actually, because the game's hard, they're actually asking for easy mode on those games, and I don't think they should have them. I love it when developers... Oh crap. I love it when developers make a hard game and, you know, you actually feel a sense of accomplishment when you actually sort of, when you actually beat them, and not kind of the sense of accomplishment that EA wants you to reach, which is buying a loot box. Yeah, I usually play games on normal. I very rarely will play extremes because he's upset because I like Baldur's Gate on the PlayStation. You know, but again, people are passionate about their games that they like, and it's not, and again, nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with being passionate about the games you like. Yeah, I mean, okay, I don't care if you played a million games. If you play one game that you like, that's all that, you know, and that's the game that you like. Hey, you know, that, you know, as long as you get entertainment from shit, that's what matters. The amount of games and stuff like that doesn't matter. It's meaningless stuff. No, you've got what a good game for you is. For example, take a game like Candy Crush. Lots of people love the game. I look at it and think, what a pile of shit. Now, for them, it's a great game. And by all financial records and stuff like that, it was a very good game. But the question is, does that ring with you? Like, I might look at Baldur's Gate and say, I don't quite like how the systems work and stuff like that. It's not really my type of game. Yeah, it's a pile of poop. And you know what? That's my feelings on the game. Is it wrong? No, because that's how I feel about the game. You know, obviously you love it, so your feelings about the game are, you know, subjective to you. Oh yeah, remember the Prince of... Oh god, remember... I think it was the Apple IIe, Karateka. God, I spent a lot of time on Karateka. Yeah. Prince... But again, it's like, you know... Oh, there was one... Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of the older games that... I mean, I just remember struggling through all the King's Quests and the Sierra games, the old Sierra games. Now, there's no ways I could, you know, I know that they had them on sale. I think, what was it, GOG or Humble or something like that. They had it on sale with the emulator. Leisure Suit Larry in the Land of the Lounge Lizards. Yeah, they had it on sale once where you could pick up all of them. And I think you can still pick them all up. I didn't pick them up. Because quite honestly, I couldn't play them today. I don't have the patience anymore to play those, you know, games like that. So at the time they were great, but now I just don't have the patience for them anymore. You know, having to type in all the things and stuff like that. I mean, it did improve my spelling. With Legends to Larry, I learned how to spell prophylactic, which before I never knew how to spell that. So there's that. Yeah, Darkest Dungeon, I actually did kickstart Darkest Dungeon. Again, I like Darkest Dungeon. I really enjoy it. Yeah, exactly. Well, that's exactly it, Majinov. Like I said, you know, for example, like we started off. It started off with I think we're talking about MMOs and stuff like that, and you know, there's the WoW Classic coming out, and the question is, would you go back and play, if you were a WoW player, would you go back and play WoW Classic now? And you know, and I was like, no, because it would spoil my recollection of WoW. It would totally ruin. I mean, I loved WoW when it first came out. It was a really awesome game. But you know, they did a lot of the stuff right at the time. They got a lot of stuff right at the time, but now, would I go back and play it? No, because remember WoW Classic, there were no quest markers and stuff like that. You kind of had to figure out where to go for each quest and stuff like that. So I don't know if you remember that. You actually, all those quest markers were an add-on. EQ2. Oh god, EQ2. I played EQ2 way more than I played WoW. Again, would I go back and play it? No. Yeah, so oh god, I ran a guild in WoW, a raiding guild in WoW, and you know, playing Australian times. So already your kind of your player base was limited, and of course, you know, you did everything. There was no Australian servers at the time. So everything was kind of at high latency and stuff like that. And I mean, I remember the first time doing Blackwing Lair and struggling on that first fight for weeks at a time. Getting that first fight down in Blackwing Lair, where you had to break up into groups and then you had to kite the mobs around, and you know, it's like there were like 300 different things going on at the same time. Nowadays, raiding's not like that. I mean, they did have some really great content, you know, with the raids and that. It made it. Yeah, I wouldn't even know if that's good anymore. But I started, WoW started losing me when they started double dipping. You know, when they started selling mounts and shit like that, and cash shopping and stuff like that. It was a subscription MMO. I did not want to see a cash shop in a subscription MMO. But because the other free-to-play MMOs were, or buy-to-play MMOs were doing it, they decided to, you know, hey, let's make more money off our subscribers. And that's kind of when I started going off Blizzard and just seeing them for the greedy bastards that they were. I think that's when they started losing their soul to money. They had a great successful product and they just wanted to milk more. And you know, to me, Blizzard, that was the time Blizzard lost their soul, and I actually really haven't touched any Blizzard games since. No, I never played EQ, EQ1. I was fascinated by it, but I never actually played it. I played some Dark Age of Camelot, but not a lot. Now there is a game that I did back, which was Camelot Unchained. So waiting for that one to come out. Yes, I've got access to the, you know, the betas and all that sort of stuff. But the way they're doing their betas is kind of like a proper way where it's beta testing. So, you know, this weekend, like I think this weekend they've got a what's it called? Not a stability test. Wait, let me see if I can get it. There we go, got it. Oh no. Come here. Oh, come on. I can't use that skill right now. Fuck you. That's... I'm trying to think of the word. An overload test? No. Where they're pushing the system to the extreme. I literally can't think of the word. Stress test. That's it. I couldn't think of the word. I couldn't think of the word stress test. Oh, backpack full. Shit. Yeah, just do everything. Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, so they're doing a stress test this week. They were doing a stress test this weekend. But usually the tests are like 3 or 4 hours, and they kind of happen during, you know, like 3 or 4 a.m. my time, because it's on American side. So I haven't really participated in any of those. But I'm kind of happy to wait until it gets a little bit, you know, until they get all these systems worked out and stuff like that. I mean, yeah, it's taking time, but hey, what can you do? Yeah, like I got like $30 in if something happens. Because actually, Warhammer Online was literally some of the most fun I've had in PvP. Warhammer Online was absolutely awesome for PvP. You know, going into the realm versus realm. It was really, really good. Now there is actually, I've heard there is a private server, and they've actually been updating stuff for Warhammer Online actually. Oh, I did like PvP in EQ2. The interesting about PvP in EQ2 was that the tanks taunt could taunt players. The tank's taunt actually taunted players. So you could, if you had a good group, and what we used to do is there used to be like, you know, the way it used to work in EQ2 is you had ×1, ×2. You know, and that was how many groups was in kind of your raid group. Like a ×4 and 4 groups. And we used to go with just like a single group against ×4 groups. And we used to absolutely murderize them in PvP. Guild Wars 2 PvP was also that's so fun. The thing, the biggest thing for PvP for me in Guild Wars 2. Okay, the biggest down thing for me in Guild Wars 2 was lack of the Trinity. That was the biggest bummer for me, because what it meant is that a lot of the fights were the same circle strafing thing every single time. You know, you couldn't, it was hard to control mobs because there weren't in 1 hour 40 minutes we've dropped about 427 frames at 60 frames a second. So pretty good. That's 0.1%. So the upload is not really an issue. I'm not really having an issue uploading. I haven't seen any dips in my connection at all. So it's probably the Twitch outgoing servers. Now that could happen. We've had it before where my connection, my upstream, has been perfect with 0 drop frames, and people are reporting jumping and skipping on their side. So I wouldn't put that, and I've had it as well, where watching streams I sometimes get like terrible skipping and stuff like that, and it's basically the server's overloaded, and by doing a page refresh, you can usually get a better... Yay! You can usually get yourself a better server. Okay. We're close to the end. I can see the door. There's not far to go. But yeah, I mean the stuff has evolved. I mean, and I think it's a good thing. I mean, you know, it's like there's some games now, like you know. Okay, so you take roguelike games. So roguelike games. Now, in the old days, all games were kind of roguelike because, you know, Pac-Man and stuff like that, you die, you have to start right at the beginning. You know, so all had that roguelike. And then, you know, I'm talking with arcade games and stuff like that. And then, you know, the home PCs and the home consoles and stuff like that, that roguelike thing disappeared. But now it's a whole category of game. Hey Rootlo, yeah, it is an ARPG, so very similar to Diablo 3 and Path of Exiles. You can go and download it and try it out. It is completely free. I mean, there is a cash shop to it, of course, but you know, I haven't spent a cent on it, and you know, we've been leveling up and doing a whole lot of stuff and things like that. So it is an ARPG in the sort of in the vein of Diablo 3, Path of Exiles. But what they've tried to do, I think, is add in a lot more kind of MMO elements to it. So they're trying to make it more of a MMO RPG. At least that's, you know, that's what they've kind of explained it as. Now you decide whether it is or not. There's a lot of dungeons. You can do dungeons and stuff like that. There's you know, the leveling is done. The one thing I don't like about it is it's very linear. The zones are the zones are actually very linear. Oh Jesus. So it's kind of like we're in like a dungeon at the moment. Which dungeons you kind of expect to be linear? And again, bosses have different things as well. But yeah, it's and also it has got a very nice class system. I will give it that. There's a lot of ways you can actually adjust your character, you know, and build your character up. So what it is a couple of classes, right? After this fight, I'll show you exactly what it looks like. Yeah, so that's what that's pretty much that's kind of pretty much what it is. It's oh, there we go. Oh, I've got no keys there. Get that. Alright, so I think we've finished there. Yeah, that is the end. Yeah, if you go down here, there it is. Alright, so let me show you what you've got over here. Is your character build. Right, so at the bottom you've got 7 actions. 7 actions that you can place in your bar. Now your skill trees work like this. Oh, I've got another skill. You've kind of, so you start with, you know, 1 or 2 of these, and then on each one, like this one, plus 5 damage, or 0.5% damage, or 0.5% hit. So each kind of level you can adjust what it is, and then you get a second ability. So you can choose which ability you're going to drag down. Like this ability, 110% dark damage. This one is 120% dark damage, and leeches their health by 25%. So it's kind of a healing. And this one I've also got more for leeching, but it piles it out there. So you can kind of see on each one again over there, you've got a different chance of burning it up. Yeah, and you can actually look at all the skills as well. I mean, but you got to go through these nodes. Are you sure the nodes don't... Are you sure the nodes don't... So these don't influence the skill? They influence the character as a whole. Oh, okay. Oh, well, these nodes... Are you talking about these nodes? I always thought they actually were attached to the skill. You know, this would increase this skill's aggro thing by 12.5%, because this is more of an aggro thing. I don't know, man. It's unclear on what this is. Yeah, no, I think this is it, because yeah, this must be against the skill line. No, I think this is against the skill line, because why would you have aggro bonus on this one and you wouldn't have it on this one? You see, I mean, like this one is a hit attack speed. So you can kind of see each one of these. Now you've got a choice on which one of these guys, and you can pull them down there. Alright, so you've got kind of all these builds to go through and like decide which skills you want to highlight and stuff like that. Because each one of these is a skill that you can drag into your bar. So there's a lot of them that you can drag into your bar. Alright, but that's your main class. Then you've got your secondary class, which you can change quite easily. And you've got all these skills that all of these can be dragged into your bar. Like for example, this one, I've given my guy instant healing plus 2%. Because this is kind of, and instead of not using this one, I'm using this one. Because this one bombards the target with 220 holy damage. And when you hit a target, you have 30% chance of recovering health by 160% of your healing power for allies within the spell. So this explodes all over people's faces, but if you're an ally, it heals you. Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of little tweaks that they need to do to kind of make things a little bit better explained in this. The UI could use some fixing. You know, it's like I said, the class building of this. Path of Exiles. I have played Path of Exiles a little bit. A friend of mine invited me to Path of Exiles when he was playing hardcore mode. So my first experience of Path of Exiles was playing in hardcore mode. Of this game, I believe it's level 50. I believe it's level 50. But yeah, you see, okay, so, well, wrong side. So over there, you see I've got 2 points on my second class and 1 point on my primary class. So I could actually, you know, choose one of these to, you know, to add to it. And I mean, as you go up, you start unlocking things. Yeah, I mean, it's, you know, oh, and then you've got passive skills. Oh, I just unlocked this one. Increase dark damage by 10%. Dark damage to your opponent. Can also reduce stress. Okay, I'm not sure how I'm going to build this guy from that. Now, if we kind of look over here at my character, I'm a level 17 Dark Knight and a level 14 Priest. So level 17 Dark Knight, 14 Priest. Now if I want to change this, I can just go to my home and select a different secondary class and level the secondary class. So, you know, that's kind of an easy one to do. Is the secondary class you can change willy-nilly, just like that, and then you just level that one separately. So it's kind of, you know, it gives you a lot of different ways to build your character. What I don't like about it is that out of all of this, out of these 2 pages of skills and abilities, 2 pages of skills and abilities, how many are there? That's 4, 12, 24, and yeah, there's 4 in each one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 14, 17. What's 17 times 4? What? 17 times 4, that's 34, 68, 120, 136. So 136 skills, 136 abilities. Out of 136 abilities, you could only put 7 on your bar. I hate that. I hate that. 100, you know, it's like, yeah, it's just, it feels like a lot of it is going to waste. You know, and then of course you've got these guys as well. Now what I would like, things I would like to see in this is, I would love maybe have multiple bars. Now I haven't seen that yet. Now if you look over here, you can actually see there's two highlighted things. You've got that's your main class and that's your secondary class. You know, so things that I'd like to see is, I'd like to see maybe different modes that you could swap the skill, so you could have like 5 skill bars, for example, and swap it out easily like that. You know, that would be like, to me, an improvement. We could have like, okay, I'm going into tank mode, I'm going into DPS mode, I'm going into solo mode, and stuff like that. You know, kind of easy switching for that sort of thing. I mean, you do have your static things at the side here. The inventory system is a little bit, yeah, unlock extra space with gem purchases because it's a free-to-play. You've got the, you know, you've got the cash shop and stuff like that. This sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. I mean, what is your premium currency over here? I mean, they do have, okay, 1,000 diamonds is $10, and to expand your backpack is $4.75. So $5 for, I don't know if that's a row of slots or what that is, but that would be your, you know, so I mean, they seem to often have like free keys for more loot and stuff like that. But again, it's, you know, it's currently in beta. Now, there is a story to it. Now, a lot of people bring the story up. So what happened is a group called Incel had this game on Steam. A group called Incel had this game on Steam, and that was about 2 years ago. However, what they did was they got all their employees and that to buy the game and leave reviews, positive reviews on the game. And Steam found out and pretty much removed them from the Steam store. So they got, you know, they got kicked off the Steam store. So you can't get this any longer on Steam. However, last year, Gameforge bought this game and took it back into beta. And, you know, did some changes. I'm not sure what the changes were and stuff like that. I never played the game before. And they did a whole lot of changes to that. Yeah, but I mean, this one was big news. And so they bought the rights to this game and they've taken it back to beta and obviously and done some changes in that and now put it back online for beta, getting ready to go to live. You know, getting ready to take this live. So that's kind of, you know, that's the history of it that I know of. Now I'm not sure, I mean, Gameforge never dealt with them, so I can't really comment on, you know, their stuff and things like that. So yeah, I just don't know enough about them to actually really comment about Gameforge or anything like that. But that's, you know, that's what I know of, and that's what, you know, if you search the internet, that's what you'll find out the history of this game is. So that, you know, so it was around a while ago, then it kind of like disappeared, and now it's coming back. Yeah, no worries, guy. So, you know, that was around a long time ago. Now it's coming back. So again, free to play, download it, try it out. If you like it, you found a game that, you know, that is like, you know, even if it's as a casual game, it's just, you know, some going hack and slash and stuff like that. Yeah, and I mean, but you wouldn't have been able to make that decision, you know, until you actually played it. Now again, I haven't played a lot of Path of Exiles. I only played a little bit of Path of Exiles. So again, I can't really compare it. I just know that, you know, that when I played Path of Exiles, this game feels very similar to that kind of RPG thing. Teleport back to town. Oh, was this the teleport I made a while back? Oh, that's lasted a long time. Yeah, we could. I mean, at the moment, the other MMO I'm playing is Final Fantasy at the moment. This game actually got me back into playing MMOs, which I hadn't played for a long, long time. But yeah, it's I would call this. I wouldn't, you know. I mean, if we look at so far, this is the map of this whole thing. Now, I've only done, this is the city. There's a little zone there and a zone there, and I haven't really done that zone. I think I just started at the beginning of that zone. I haven't really done that zone. But, I mean, this is the map of it, so it's a pretty large thing. And yeah, at level 15, you unlock things like, you know, your crafting, where you've got weapons crafting, accessories, potions. There was that whole other thing with enchantments there. Enchantments, upgrading, modifying. So, I mean, it's got a lot of different... It's got a lot of systems and a lot more. And like I said, it's got a lot of the MMO type stuff to it. I think that's why they call it an MMO. But it plays like an ARPG. Right, now, where are you? And again, it's also got, like, you know, housing areas and stuff like that. Yes, and I mean, it's okay, so yeah, MMO literally stands for Massive Multiplayer Online, but it comes with a lot of other connotations to it. MMORPG, right? Now the thing that a lot of people, like, for example, you would call WoW an MMORPG, Evercare 2 an MMORPG, Diablo 3. You wouldn't call it an MMO. MMORPG. But you wouldn't really, you'll drop the MMO part of it because it's an, I mean, the MMO has a connotation of persistence. It's a persistent world. That's really, you know, I mean, it's one of those terms that has been Division 2. Now, would you call Division 2 an MMO? It's an online multiplayer with a lot of people playing together, but you're mostly playing solo because you don't share the same world. So there's no persistence in the world. It's hyper instanced. You know, it's literally a lot of people playing, but you're all playing solo. Is that an MMO? I don't think that would qualify as an MMO. Yes, there's a lot of people playing. There's thousands of people playing at the same time, but they're not playing together. Yeah, so technically, if you just take the words Massive Multiplayer Online, yes. But the original definition of an MMO was more of people playing together online, not playing the same game online. Yeah, but Guild Wars hyper instance as well. But then what they've done, the way they do that is because they've got all the servers. Pretty much, the servers are just. There's a lot of the same people. There's a lot of people in the zone, and when you do the RVR and stuff like that, it's you're playing against a lot of other people. You know, so what I grew up with the definition of MMO, it's very different from what people are calling MMOs nowadays. You know, an MMO was kind of MMORPG with a lot of people sharing the same persistent world. Technically, is Division, is Anthem, is, well, nobody's on Anthem, so you can't really call that a MMO. Maybe call it a 5-person game. But, you know, are those games MMOs? Technically, yes, but not really. You know, it's well, I'm just thinking of the reason why, but you know, like Destiny 2 and stuff like that. Yeah, Anthem's in a lot of trouble. I don't expect, and yeah, I think that's doing fine. The latest meeting, they're saying how happy they were at the success of Anthem. And I was like, what the hell is wrong with you? It's, but yeah, it's like, let's take for example, like okay, you want a tricky one for MMO. Elite Dangerous. Is Elite Dangerous an MMO? It's hyper instance. There's a lot of people, and there is persistence. You know, with the background simulator, it's actually the same persistence that runs across all the different versions of the game. Consoles, PC, you know, Mac. There's the background simulator, so everybody affects everybody else. Like, is that an MMO? But yet you don't really play with other people. It hasn't got that setup. You can wing up with other people, but so it's kind of like another tricky one. Oh yeah, I've got a whole bunch. These are all my mates. We've got the yay and nay. Yay, nay. yeah, so it's kind of like the whole term MMO has been dramatically watered down from what it's been dramatically watered down, basically. A lot of people using the term MMO when they're really but it's really not, because everybody wanted to be an MMO. When WoW was out, I mean, this is the funny thing, this is what WoW did as well. When WoW came out, MMO became a sort of like a golden term. You wanted to make an MMO because, you know, WoW had millions of players. Yeah, and then there's the different things like take a look at SWTOR, for example. Is that an MMO? Yes. However, it's the best single player MMO out there. It's not a great. Yeah, I think, you see, I think the MMO term is used too loosely now. No. I mean, I don't know. Okay, so I don't mean if something's got instancing and phasing that it's not an MMO. I don't mean that at all. Now this game, right now, there's not a lot of people, but when we go outside into the wild area, you will find a lot of people, and you're actually fighting over mobs. You're fighting over the main things. You know, it's kind of that whole horrible tag targeting again. You know, where you kind of have to tag the thing before the other person does it, so you can get, you know, so you can put it. Yeah, now you see, if there's only 16 people in an instance, is that really an MMO? No, you want to have a lot of people in an instance. You know, that's kind of the thing. All right, let me actually check if there's any loot. So yeah, it's kind of, you know, everybody's got their own sort of term for it. Oh, that's a much better one. You know, kind of everybody has their own feeling on what is an MMO and stuff like that. And I don't know if there's a real kind of right or wrong definition for it. I mean, it's kind of like the same as pay to win. Pay to win is another one that, how do you define it? You know, it's, you know, people are quick to shout, oh, the game's pay to win. All right, define pay to win. And everybody defines it differently. You know, so it's, people will say, oh, anything that gives you any sort of advantage over a non-paying person is pay to win. So XP pots, for example, or you know, they will regard that as pay to win. For me, my definition of pay to win works in a very simple way. If there is stuff that you can get, that you can only get on a pay store, that is better than anything that you can earn in game, that is pay to win. Example of this, Cryptic's Neverwinter Online. There were certain pets that you could buy in their Zen store that gave you buffs that were above anything you could earn in game through raids and stuff like that. Literally best in slot equipment you had to buy with real money. See, that is pay to win. To me, that is pay to win. If, for example, you know, like XP pots and even buying gold and stuff like that, that's not really pay to win to me. You know, you can do that, you can get all the stuff in game and stuff like that, so I don't see that as pay to win, but other people do. I regard pay to win as stuff that if you can have to buy stuff in the store that you cannot earn in game, or is ridiculously impossible to earn in game. Kind of like, let's go back to our friends EA. With, what was it, Battlefront? Where somebody worked out to get a certain class or something like that, you needed to grind for 3,000 hours to get enough currency to get a certain thing that was that you could buy from the store. You see, that is like ridiculous type of things, and that is pay to win. And you know, the excuse of, well, you can earn it in game 3,000 hours. Yeah, no, that is just, you know, 5 or 6 hours. Okay, You're paying for the convenience of not having to grind for 5 or 6 hours. But 3,000 hours, yeah, that's kind of, you know, unreasonable. That becomes pay to win, and that's kind of my definition of it. Now, other people might have a different definition. So it's kind of like MMO. It's hard to define what is right, what is wrong. Alright, so I've got everything there, so let's put all this in there. Put all the rares in there as well. That in there. Ceremonial life food. Oh. No, I didn't say the word. I didn't say the word, Karma Guy. I was saying some people would regard that as pay to win. Same is 5 p.m. Oh god, my cats were shot at me so hard because I was I gave them the dinner late, and yesterday I sort of was so tired after spending the whole day at the immigration office, because I've got to do it every year. I was like so worn up, you know, waking up early and stuff like that. That cool cat tried to wake me up for breakfast in the morning, and I didn't wake up. So when I finally woke up, he was pissed with me. He was so pissed with me. Alright, so let's head off to the rugged hills. Teleport there. So I haven't been to this zone. Or have I? Oh, I have been to the zone. I haven't been. Oh, it's the next zone. Yeah, I've cleared this zone. But this is what I mean about everything being linear. See, everything is very linear in the game, which I am not a fan of. You know, for example, I would like to just run straight up, but you've got to run along the path. And again, not a fan of that. You know, so again, yes, I am sponsored to play this, but the condition was that I could say what I honestly think of things. But yeah, it's I mean, it's, you know, let's put it this way, it's not a bad game. It's got some really good things about it, and it's got some bad things about it. It's got some things I like and some things I don't like. You know, so it's okay, guy. So these guys are level 12, so they're really no problem. At the moment. And I keep pressing. Oh, I just want to get to this next zone. Yeah, alright, I'm going to kick you from my group. Out of my group, I say. Now, we did come across some other players there. See, there's other players. So these are other players. You know, interact, trade, stuff like that. So you will come across a whole lot of other players in the game. So I think that's where they're going with the whole MMO part of it. Right, so yeah, this is the new area. Oh, that's a level 16 rat. Alright. Here you go. It's something I can do to help. Accept quest. Departure or death. Kill, alright, so kind of, you know, same sort of you know, kind of questing as normal. I've got to kill a whole lot of these guys. But you notice that because I'm using leeching, every time I hit them, I am getting health back. Alright, so there you see, now that's thinking we can go hand this in. And of course both select weapon. Yeah. 200. And of course both classes get XP at the same time. And see, there's something there. There's stuff there. Oh, there, Monica Wayland. She's up here. Oh, that's the teleportation thing. How come it knows where I am? Oh, it shouldn't actually show that. I should discover that. But if I can get to that thing, then I can discover the teleporter. But there's... Can see what other quest is over there. No, you see that? That's kind of that priest ability. Explodes and heals everybody. And there we go. By the way, having an old character would have been upside. I don't know if I've even got an old character. That. Yeah, they do update. They do update a lot. I haven't got it downloaded at the moment. I mean, it might be something to try. Nice. Now this one you do get. So speaking of resets, you do get free resets up until level 15. After that, it is going to cost you some gems to reset your character. If I go with my secondary class, if I hit reset because it's below 15, it should be... Oh no. Okay. So if one of your classes hit a free reset, gets over 15, then it locks it for the whole thing. Hey, why is this not going up? Interesting. Why is this? That's bizarre. That's not going up at all. Yeah. Yeah, last time something like this happened, the service crashed. Interesting. Yeah, that should be restoring. But anyway, that's kill. Oh wow, so there's a whole lot of guys over here to kill. Yeah, maybe we can go around. So yeah, it's a big tree guy. Yeah, look, there, there. Yeah, something weird is happening. I don't know if the servers are stressed out. But you saw there were no animations playing and stuff like that. And that's... Don't kill him. I kill who I want to kill. Now, okay, so I am in Thailand and I am playing in the European servers. So I do have a fair bit of lag. I am playing with... it would probably be about 200 milliseconds at least. Now there are Asian servers, but when I originally played on the Asian server, when I started on the Asian server, there wasn't, there was hardly anybody on the server. I played for like 4 hours and ran into one person. When I moved onto the European server, I literally started hitting queues of people trying to get into the server. So that's why I'm thinking it might be server overload, and it's usually about this time because what's the time in Europe now? Central European time. What's it, about 3 o'clock in the afternoon? So so there's probably hitting load. 5:30. Okay, yeah. So 5:30, those people at work are probably coming home, relaxing. You know, it's kind of prime game playing time. Oh, 9 lives times 5. Yeah. I'm hitting E, and it's not. Yeah, I think the interface must be bugged. This is not coming up. Oh, and now it's a public quest over here. So what happens is it also have these public quests that pop up every now and then to do certain things. Yes, I mean, if, you know, people have weekend jobs as well. So I would have been playing earlier, but yeah. But anyway, I mean, I'm just assuming that that's what the issue is that we've got a little bit of a server overload. The my shield up. Oh, we can't do that yet. What is this? We have to activate our... Take your meat and feed it to the dog. Oh. Ooh! Loot crate. Or loot chest. Okay, so I can't get him yet. He's shielded. Maybe there has to be some other thing. Oh, what the hell is these things? Chaos arms. Now you see, I don't know if I'm actually taking damage or not because the interface is a little buggy at the moment. So again, I'm not sure. Ah, he's finished. Right. But again, exclamation point GOE, like that, and you can jump in, download it, have it a try. If you don't like it, delete it. What have you lost? Nothing. And you can see how the game plays for you if it's your type of game. There we go. Okay. Repulsive Rampage, that's silver. So you do get rewards depending on how well you did. And oh, get away from me. Well, actually, you know what, let's Nope, big guy. I'll just kill him all at the same time. This guy is the Dark Knight is a tank. So you wouldn't be able to really do that with a different character. But the Dark Knight is kind of sort of is a tank, so he can actually take on a lot. Of course, with all my leeching, it does help. Ah, so we still got a long way to get to there. Again, I don't know if I'm actually taking damage because the interface doesn't seem to be reacting properly. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so the interface has gone a bit wonky. I mean, I shouldn't have been out healing that. Natural out healing that. Yeah, it might. I need to find a safe place to do that though. Yeah, you can see it's definitely not Right. See, we're in the middle of the camp, so it does make it difficult. Yeah, there's no ways I'm not losing health doing this. Unless I'm just that good. And I've got that good a build. Which pretty much doesn't sound anything like me at all. I'm trying to get out of this area. Oh, got it. See, that's what I mean by linear. They couldn't jump down anything. Kind of have to follow the path. Okay. Alright, this should be good over here. Right, let's try that log out and log back in. Right. Reset code. Oh. Well, that was not log out. That was exit. Now you can try different zones. So I can actually show this over here. So you see I've got this. If you want to change to another zone, you can literally put the same name and you can then North America, Europe, South America, and Asia. So those are the different zones. And then you create a sub account. And then you can just change account. So if I want to play in Asia, I click on that one. If I want to play in the US, I click on that one. So we're in Europe and double XP weekend. Now, also when they're going live, they are not. They've said that they will not be wiping the servers. So what you get while going, so what you do in beta carries through to live. So there is that. Well, so a lot of games where you're paying for the cash shop. Ah, there you go. Look. Oh wow, I must have been really close to death then. What the fuck was happening there? I would have died. Right, let me turn that one in. Yeah, but a lot of games that have done, you know, the cash up and that have. Magic the Gathering actually did that. Arena. It kind of returned you in the form of gems. So, yeah, you bought gems to buy things, and then it returned the amount of gems that you had to you. Oh, level 18. Ding! I've learned illusionary tactic. So, if I look over here, see it's unlocked some more. Primary and secondary. There. Source of light. So we got more. Causes you to charge at breakneck speed towards a chosen target. Oh, okay. That's the charge. And enemies take toxic damage. Clicks capture, then dash. So you can see kind of the different variations of that one. Yeah, I haven't actually put any points into it yet. But anyway, I think, you know what I'm going to do? I think this is probably where we are going to call this for tonight. We're just doing a shortish stream tonight. And we'll be back tomorrow at 12 p.m. UTC or 1 p.m. CET. What's your horror game? Well, on Friday, I'm playing Resident Evil 2 at the moment. So that's Frightening Friday. But we didn't play it on Friday because I didn't stream yesterday because of I was too exhausted. You didn't miss yesterday. I didn't stream yesterday. I was just too exhausted to stream. I was up at 5 a.m. to go stand in a queue for many hours to get my visa done. It's kind of like, seriously, it's unbelievable. It's like, I'm not even kidding. It's like this huge pile of paper that they have to go through. I don't think anybody's ever going to look at it. Anyway, I think this is where I'm going to log off. See if there's anything in here. This is where I will log off today, and we will continue this. Yeah, but there's but it's there's a whole lot of things. It's not kind of how do I explain it? It's not as easy as it should be. There definitely are there's some issues with it. Basically, not with the marriage or anything like that. But you know, with the way the visas work and stuff like that. So level 10. Yeah, it's like we are married in Australian law because we got married in Australia and that sort of stuff, but we are not married under Thai law, if that makes any sense. So it's kind of, yeah, there's certain things that when there's just like some weird things with Thai law that if you get married and how it affects, because my wife's got her own business and stuff like that, but if we get married, it's like how it's going to affect her business, and it's a weird, I'm not going to go into that, but it's bizarre. It's bizarre, the different things that happen with it. Anyway, but that's it. This is where we are going to end now. We will continue this tomorrow at 12 p.m. UTC or 1 p.m. CET, and you'll go from there. So thanks for joining me. Thanks for watching. Go grab the game if you want it. I will give it to you absolutely free. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have yourselves a great rest of Saturday. And I'm gonna go try to sort out all the diving gear we just got. So much. So anyway, till later. Bye.